Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. NBA season is upon us, and these are my best bets for Wednesday, October 20th in the NBA. We got 11 games on the slate. We started off Tuesday with a bang. We were 3-2. The whole full recap is on the screen, but we were up a little over half a unit. You love to see that, and we'll probably release some more plays on our Twitter at Calling Our Shot, so make sure you go follow us there. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. We're over 10,000 subscribers, growing day by day, so we appreciate all the new people joining the channel. Also, smash that like button. It really helps us grow this community. But let's get this video going. We're starting with the Knicks, -1.5 versus the Boston Celtics, -110 on FanDuel. Is this a homer play? Can you see the pennant in the back? Maybe so, but the Knicks are playing at home in this matchup in Madison Square Garden, so I'm going to trust them. Now, you look at the Knicks over the offseason, they improved their roster. They got Kemba Walker, and they got Evan Fournier. In addition, by subtraction, got rid of Elfrid Payton. Now, you look at it, you look at the Celtics on the other side, they traded for Al Horford, and they signed Dennis Schroeder, and Al Horford is slated to miss this game. Jaylen Brown is iffy, but he should be active. Now, the reason I'm taking the Knicks here, though, they were 24-15 against the spread, 61.5% last season at home, the fourth best in the league, and even better, they were 14-6 as home favorites, 70% cash in this against the spread, best in the NBA. Now, the Celtics, on the other hand, 16-23 against the spread, 41% of the time, third worst in the NBA. Now, Tom Thibodeau, he ain't afraid to play his starters 48 minutes right off the gate. He was letting Julius Randle hit game winners in the preseason. I don't know what he was doing, but you know what he does. He just plays his starters tons of minutes. He's not afraid to do that, and I expect them to feed off the home crowd in Madison Square Garden, get the win at home. For what it's worth, the Knicks were 2-1 last season versus the Celtics, and they won their only home game by 4 points. Let's go Knicks. Moving on to another spread pick. Bulls, -4.5, -112 on DraftKings versus the Detroit Pistons. They're in Detroit, and the public and I are going to get absolutely rocked with this one. Over 95% of the bets are on the Bulls, and that likely means the Pistons win outright. But I'm a man of the people, and we will ride and die together. Now, you look at it, I love what the Bulls have done this offseason. Obviously, getting Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, even Alex Caruso playing well off the bench. Now, you look at it, and now you can see the preseason. They were building some good chemistry. Now you look at it, the Bulls were 7-4 as away favorites last year, which is where they find themselves today in Detroit. And they won their two matchups. They played the Pistons in Detroit, winning one 108-96, another 108-86. The team has only improved from where they were last year. Now you look at the Pistons, what did they do to improve? They got the #1 pick, and they drafted Cade Cunningham. Only negative, Cade Cunningham is inactive today. He will not be playing. I expect the Bulls to easily be able to outscore this Pistons team. Really, they got Jeremy Grant, Killian Hayes, and that's really all about it. I'm locking in the Bulls, and I think they can get this one done. Now, it's a public bet, so it could go wrong, but I'm locking in Bulls -4.5. Now, 3-player props coming your way. We're starting with Bradley Beal, over 27.5 points, -113 on Barstool, taking on the Raptors. This is a guy that's averaged 30 points per game in back-to-back seasons, and you look at it, they've just lost Russell Westbrook, and not that that's a good or a bad thing. You could say what you want. They replaced him with Spencer Dinwiddie, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, etc., etc. And that, while those additions might make this team a better all-around team, they're still going to rely on Bradley Beal, and they're going to need him to carry the load on the offensive side. Now, you look at it, they're taking on a Raptors team that's long and very good defensively, but they're young. They got guys like OG Anunoby, very good defender, and Scotty Barnes, but they can lead into some fouls, and that could lead to some easy shots and easy free throws for Bradley Beal. He's one of the best in the league at drawing fouls. He's not one of those guys jumping into a lot of people, which is kind of the refs are cutting back on that. He's a guy that just drives to the hoop, and he's aggressive, and he gets to the line. Beal has scored 28 or more points in 4 of his last 6 matchups versus Toronto, and Bradley Beal, he's going to need to score over 30 points to really make the Wizards a competitive team the whole season. And last season, they started off with the bang, 31 points in the season opener. Let's make it 2 in a row. Next one, Deandre Ayton, over 24.5 points plus rebounds, -120 on Caesars. Now, Ayton, he's a familiar friend to the program. He's a constant visitor. We're either taking his over or his under, constantly on the wrong page. But it's a new year. It's a new me. And if you were a teammate, this is a guy that's angry with their management. They did not extend him over the offseason. He's very disgruntled. Would you either go out there and not show any effort, or go out there and try to play and say, hey, you guys need to pay me? And I think he's going to go out there and ball out. If you're a teammate like Chris Paul or Devin Booker, wouldn't you want to feed your big man, get him going, and get him that big contract that he's trying to get? Absolutely. Ayton splashed onto the scene in the playoffs last year, And against this very Denver Nuggets team, which they faced tonight, Ayton has cleared this line in 9 of 11 career matchups versus the Denver Nuggets, and he had done it 9 straight games prior to falling and not getting the over in Game 4 of the Nuggets series when they ended up sweeping them in the playoffs last year. I like Ayton to get it done tonight, and I'm locking it in as long as he can stay out of foul trouble, which he has shown to be able to do against Nikola Jokic, so take it and hammer it. His teammate, though, my next player prop in the last one of the video before we get into some over-unders, Jay Crowder, I'm taking his under, 5.5 rebounds, minus 115 on DraftKings. Now, this line feels a little bit misplaced, and here's why. This is the guy that averaged 4.7 rebounds per game last year. This line feels a little bit inflated because of what he did in the playoffs. He was pretty good at rebounding, hitting this over pretty often in the NBA Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks. But he was playing 37 to like 40 minutes a night. He was a key role player. They were only running out there 7, 8 guys. Now, this year, it's the first game of the season. You're not going to play your starters that many minutes like they might have played Jay Crowder. They're going to obviously get Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, all those guys involved a little bit more than they might have been involved in the playoff run. Now you look at it in 7 total matchups versus Denver last year, 4 in the playoffs, and then 3 in the regular season. He only hit this over twice, once in the postseason, and the only time he hit it in the regular season was a double overtime game. This guy played 45 minutes. Well, I guarantee he's not playing 45 minutes tonight. Now, I feel like this line should either be 4.5, or it should be minus 160 or worse. I think we're getting good value on it at minus 115. So I'm going to take it, and I really like this bet. So Jay Crowder, under 5.5 rebounds. Now, 2 over-unders coming your way. Sixers, Pelicans. I'm taking the under, 226.5 points, minus 109. Now, I don't need to go into the Ben Simmons drama. I don't need to do that. A lot of other people can make other YouTube videos on that. But that's obviously changing day by day. Might have even changed by the time this video goes live. But here we are, the best team in the NBA. That would be the home underdog Pelicans taking on a Sixers team that's all wishy-washy. Now, if you know, you know. The Sixers or the Pelicans, great home underdog team. So I'm not going to take the Sixers to cover the spread. We're already doing 1 public pick. We don't need to do 2. But I just don't see these 2 teams combining for a lot of points. The Sixers obviously missing their starting point guard, who they've been running their offense through, Ben Simmons a ton. Now they got Maxey, a guy that, it's a work in progress. We're still going to Tyrese Maxey, a good player, but all in all, don't really know. Now, Philly on the road, 16-25 covering the over on the over-under last year. They were cashing the under 61% of the time, the 3rd best in the NBA. Now, Philly, obviously a great defensive team. They got Tobias Harris. Obviously, they got Matisse Thybulle if he's going to be playing a lot more minutes this year. And they obviously got Joel Embiid. And you look at it in their past matchups last year, who was destroying this team? The man, Zion Williamson. He was the guy scoring the majority of points. He scored like 37 points against the Sixers team. Well, sad news. He's not playing today. And they're going to be, and neither is Lonzo Ball. He's a Chicago Bull. So you look at it, you're going to get a lot of Brandon Ingram isolation contested mid-range shots, which the Sixers are perfectly capable of defending. So I'm going to take the under. I don't think both of these teams will score a lot of points. Should be a slower game out of the gates. So I'll take the under in this one. Should see some adjustments for both of these offenses. My final pick, this is a common one we might be doing all year. OKC Thunder taking the team total under 104.5 points, minus 120 on DraftKings. As my saying goes, and we'll say it again at the end of the video, so get ready, you can't spell thunder without the word under. Now, I love what the Thunder have. I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I love the rookie Josh Giddey. But I'm just going to take the under here. You're going up against a team in the Utah Jazz, very good defensively. You look at it last year, the Thunder played them twice. They scored 93 and 96 points last year. Now the Jazz, one of the better defensive teams, and they will have the home crowd on their side as they are in Utah. Now the Thunder, they don't have the best outside shooting. They don't have the guys like Stephen Curry or Jordan Poole going out there, or even Patty Mills. Talk about a game. So you're going to be driving, but hello, there's Rudy Gobert saying hello and sending your shots into the stands. Now say it with me, you can't spell Thunder without team total under, so we're all in, and I'm locking in the Thunder's team total under. Now that'll do it for this video. We'll have more player props in the future videos, but we're trying to get the feet in the feeling, kind of seeing what these teams are all about. So, and then we might have some more at Calling Our Shot, so make sure you go follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thursday's Best Bets video going live later and tomorrow morning. Every single morning, we're back every single day. And we got the Thursday night football video going up later tonight. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's go make some money today. Let's have a great NBA season. Peace.